I know most of you out there probably say, wow, why would you stay with a person, that long? And what was your breaking point? And are you still with them? Last year, my son passed away through medical problem, medical negligence. Um, yeah, for the first month, I can't lie. He was definitely there, very supportive, everything. So my son was one of them people where he take his work hard. He took his money and he bought the things that he liked. Name brand, designer stuff. So I figured, what am I gonna, do with a lot of the clothing or whatever? So and some of his watches and everything. So I let, it was 3 watches I let him have. Every time he put it on and leave out, when he came back, watch went on. Watch was not there. It wasn't there. See how bare my wrist is? That's how bare his was when he come back. And I'm like, really, dude? You would take the stuff that I nice enough to give you. I could take that stuff and put it and keep it. I mean, it's like, really? And he had got a job. And on his clean moment, oh yeah, mind you, that was my child I lost. My only child that I had in this world and I ever have is gone. You doggone right, I'm feeling some kind of way. Most of the time, I ain't even know whether I was coming or going. My mental state, and I'm not going to lie to you right now and say that I am 100% all that. No, I'm not. But I'm getting there. The grieving process, it's all still a grieving process, and I'll get into that on another chapter. This chapter right here is called 17 years. And it's like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, and it just start to dawn on me who you really are. You're who you are, and I cannot change that. My son and I, we were here for you. We were here when a lot of others family member was not. Period. And as soon as you get your little job, making a little paper, and this is what you do, knowing that I'm here by myself, and just because I go into I have my moments, I might say some things to you. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, wrapped up in that moment, if you put yourself in my shoes and tell me how you would act, what state of mind you be in. I've lost every last immediate family member. Grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, my kids. What? You tell me where that be? If it was you, so you want to leave? Leave. What? I'm here by myself, coping through this and doing a lot of soul searching anyway. You want to go? Go. It's no problem, because I can damn sure do bad without you. I don't need to do bad with you. And I started, the covers they completely came up. They completely came up. And I looked around and I'm like, damn, Dad, 17 years. I can't do this for another 17 years. You know? And after he left, went back up there and did the same exact thing. Okay? The same exact thing. And picked up more trouble. More trouble. Okay? So it's like, really? You know, who needs that? You know, who needs it? I'm not going to say that there was no good times with us. This is just 17 years of what I'm expressing as far as how selfish people can be. You know, when you give all that you can give, you know, for a person, and soon as they get themselves clean, they act like they on top of the world. He act like he was on top of the world. You ain't on top of no world. Don't forget, until you do right by the people that helped you and was there for you and held your back, ain't nothing gonna come good to you. Ain't nothing gonna come good. And trust and believe. But you know what though? I don't hold no animosity towards him. I don't, because in order to get to the pearly gates, you got to learn to forgive. I want to get there with my people, with my son, my parents, my grandparents, my auntie, all of them. I want to get there, okay, one day. And I'm going to do what I got to do here to make sure that ain't no message, ain't none of that, okay? So if I got to forgive you, sure, I forgive you. I'll never forget, but I forgive you. You want to leave? Just not so long ago. They got back together. Okay? Got back together. Bam, the same thing. Same thing. You know, it's like, be a man. You know, be a man. Take responsibility for the people that you have hurt and you involved in your endeavors of your drug use and your and going back and forth to jail. Just own that. Own that. And that's when we have a major issue, because you can't, he never owned it. You know, you never owned it. You make it seem like I'm just this person that's just telling you to get out. I don't tell no one to leave my home and get out unless it's a really good reason. If you are stealing from me, I'm going to get myself some help. I lost my child. I'm going to get myself some help. When I'm going to get help, I got everything locked up in my son's back room, all my personal things, because I already know he was already tasting. I know he had flipped back up on that stuff. I got things locked up so that way we won't have no problem. If I lock it up, lock the door, I come back, I start looking for something, I notice he had picked the doggone lock and went in there and try to steal. You should know I'm going to find out. I'm particular. I know where everything is at. I'm just that way. And plus, I just don't trust you because I know how you roll. And that, it was just the last straws. You know, it's like, come on. You know, it's like you start looking at a person and you like, you don't care about yourself. So how in the world can you possibly care about anybody else? Because if you cared any of the least about yourself, you wouldn't do nowhere near the things that you have done to me, to my son, and to your own children, and on and on and on. It just wouldn't happen. You know, so how you can't expect for all you out here that thinking it's going to change. It's not going to change. It's not. You know, that tough love business, I ain't tried it. It don't work. Free yourself. Take it from me. 17 years. Free yourself. Don't sit back and thinking that things are going to change, because it's not. Only thing that is going to happen to you, you're going to continue to stay in that relationship, and they're going to continue to take a piece of you. Each and every single time. It's going to be a piece of you. Parents that got children, whichever. Until let them stay out there. And if they want to clean themselves up and make a change in their life, then let them do that. Stop allowing, say no. I had it. I've had my share. I'm done. We can talk on the phone, we can text, just like later on tonight before I made this video. We was going back and forth with texts and stuff. Like I said, you got to forgive people. You know what I'm saying? You can't move on the way you need to move on unless you do that. You know, and going back and forth with texts and stuff tonight. You know what I mean? And I'm like, really? You ain't changed nothing. You ain't changed nothing at all. It's all going to be the same old thing over and over and over again. But you know what was different? I will never deal with it like that again.